Alright, hello Diff Tech Group, Mrs. T here. I'm going to show you today how to take your research notes from your organizer and to turn it into your report. Now keep in mind when we took these notes, we didn't have everything down in complete sentences, but now that we're writing an actual report, we definitely need to do that. But our notes are already in our own words, they should be, so it should be pretty easy going from here. So the first thing that you need to do on your paper is to give your work a title, and I'm going to put my research, whoopsie, night here, research on dolphins. Because that's what I did my topic on. If your topic is chimpanzees, then you should put my research on chimpanzees. So the first thing I want to do with my sentence is tell the whole world what I am writing about, and I am writing about dolphins. So I'm going to start out by thinking in my head, what would be a good first sentence to tell the world what I'm writing about? I think I'm going to start with, I want to say, my research project is on dolphins. That's what I'm writing about. I'm leaving good space, I'm on the line. I'm writing neatly now because this is my final copy before we record our voices digitally on our blabbers. My research is on dolphins. Now some of you may have noticed that up here dolphins is capitalized, but here it is not. Dolphins is not a special name, but I had to do a capital letter up here because that was my title, and title is the special name of something, so it must be capitalized. Then I read it again. My research is on dolphins. Okay, I got the first icon done. I told the world what my animal was. Now I'm going to say that my animal is a mammal. So I want to say dolphins are mammals. And then I'm going to go on to write complete sentences of how I know that a dolphin is a mammal. So here we go. A dolphin is a mammal. Notice I have good spacing, no extra capital letters where they shouldn't be. I'm writing on the line, and I'm rereading to make sure I have a complete thought. Yes, I do. Okay, now I'm going to tell why. So those three things that I wrote down that say I know right here, those are three reasons why I know my animal is a mammal. So I'm going to start out with dolphins have lungs, they breathe air through a blowhole. So actually I had that in a complete sentence already up there, so I can just put it down. But if I just had notes down there before, I would need to think in my head about how I could turn my notes into a complete sentence. Dolphins have lungs. That's my first complete thought. There's my stop sign. Okay. They breathe air through a blowhole. And if I didn't know how to spell a word, of course I would be stretching and underlining words that I was unsure of. Okay? And in this case, since we are doing a final draft, maybe you can ask for some help too. Alright? Then I'm going to use statements like I know. I know a dolphin is a mammal because it moves in water. That sounds good. Because I'm supporting how come I know that my animal is a mammal with the information I found in the book. I have to write because it moves in water. That was my next complete thought, and there is my period. I'm doing all telling sentences here. I'm out of room on this page, so I'm going to go to the next page. And I'm going to switch up the beginning of my sentence, and I'm going to do they for my first word because that keeps it interesting. Last time I said I know. Now I'm going to start a sentence with they. They have a backbone. That's my complete thought, and it ends there. They have a backbone was what I wanted to say. It's written down. There's my period at the end. Now I'm going to go on to the next part, and I have to write down their habitat. And I'm going to change up the beginning of my sentence to keep it interesting, and I'm going to say dolphins live in the ocean. I'm running out of room there, so I'm going to come to the next line. That was my complete thought. I wanted to say dolphins live in the ocean, so I put my period there. And I'm on to my 3 facts now. I'm making sure that I'm going to keep it interesting. I already started my last sentence with dolphins, so I'm going to say they here because I'm talking about more than one. I'm talking about all dolphins. They swim very... it's getting kind of tight there, so I'm going to come down to the next line. Fast. They use flippers to swim. That was my next complete thought, so I'm done. Period. Now I'm going to do number 2. I just said they and they twice here, so I want to check it up, change up the beginning of my sentence, so I'm going to switch to dolphins. Dolphins play with other dolphins. And I'm going to do my last one. Oops, forgot my N here. Dolphins hunt for fish. I used dolphins last time, so I'm going to switch to they. They hunt for fish. I'm going to say they swallow their food whole. They swallow food whole. And then, you know what? Maybe I'll end my writing with an opinion about this whole thing, or I'll wrap up my idea. And I will say something like, dolphins are really cool mammals. It's kind of both an opinion, and it wraps up the fact that I'm writing about a mammal here, and that's dolphin. Dolphins are cool mammals. It's kind of nice to wrap up your thoughts about what you're writing about. And the main thing I'm writing about is dolphins, and that dolphins are mammals. And voila, that's how you take your book into your organizer. That's how you take your organizer into your research paper, and after you go through and double check and reread everything to make sure it makes sense, you'll be ready to make your digital project. Thanks again, first graders. Do a great job today. Always work hard and challenge yourself. Do your best.